It's a little bit ironic that as much as the internet has brought everyone closer together and more accessible, that it actually has also created a ton of distance and left people feeling isolated and lonely. Maybe this is something you have been experiencing as an entrepreneur too, but it is the last thing that you want anyone who has bought something from you to feel after purchasing your program, product, or service. Hi, I'm Jessica Castle, the Stress-Free Launch Strategist, and today I want to talk to you about the importance of adding high touch into your digital programs or even your services, and give you a few ideas of how you can do it easily, simply, and really feel good about the value you're delivering both with the training and with the results, as well as the value you are creating in a relationship with your new client or customer. Unlike a landing page where a first name and email are pretty common, you have access to a lot of personal information about your client or customer while they're signing up for your product, and then also once they're in. So you can get access to their phone number, their email, their address, their birthday. So you can deliver a ton of value to them whether you write it, say it, or send it. One of the easiest things you can add into your onboarding process is to write a quick thank you note. That can be delivered via text, it can be a handwritten card that you write them, it could even be a welcome post in your Facebook group for the program or product that says their name and welcomes them and something you know about them or want to know about them, and personally welcome them into the program. The other thing you could do is write a personal email to welcome everyone into your program if it's a little bit more high-end or a service and you really want to thank them for signing up with you. Send a personal email with everything they need to get started and get their next steps, or send a personal email and ask what they're hoping to get out of it, but make a real connection. And then the final idea I have for adding some high touch in with writing is to actually ask them to submit an assignment. So at some point during the program or the product or the course, you literally say, hey, if you want my eyeballs on this, go ahead and send it on through this form, make that whole process automated and easy, but then you get to review something and send back a little bit of feedback. That will go a long way in making a great impression. And I know my voice isn't super sexy at the moment because I'm dealing with a little bit of cold or allergies or something, but if you do have a sexy phone voice, you can also say any of these things, right? So another way to outreach to people is when you do get that phone number when they sign up is to actually give them a call. You can even, pre-schedule a voice recording in systems like Infusionsoft and a couple of others where it can call me and it looks like you're really calling me, and you could record a personalized message that says, hey name, welcome to the program, excited you're here. Or you could go ahead and call everyone individually to welcome them in. You could even use a little tool called Slide Dial, which let you connect to their voicemail automatically. So you are leaving a real-time voicemail, but it looks like their phone was in their pocket or something like that, and so you can just leave a voicemail. Another really great high-touch idea is to send a personal video. So rather than just calling them, record a video like this. I'm just using QuickTime on my laptop and say, hey, welcome to the program, excited that you're here, looking forward to 1, 2, 3. You have my personal email now, and then send on the video. It can really help, especially with digital products and courses that you aren't totally in or that are more passive, to see your face and remind them that there's an expert, there's a person on the other side of that program that they can reach out to if they need help. And one high-touch idea that's been working super well as a limited time bonus during my launches right now is to offer an SOS call. And what this is for the first 5-10 people that sign up while you're live on your webinar or once the card is open, they get an SOS call with you, which is 30 minutes of your time. At any point during the program, they can use it. And if they're stuck somewhere or they really just can't break through, it's a really good time to add in kind of some of that high touch. And finally, when they're signing up, you are getting that billing or shipping address, and that is so precious that you should totally take advantage of it. I mean, who doesn't love getting mail these days outside of their Gmail inbox? So we talked about sending thank you cards. You could also send little mini gifts. You could send a paper invitation if you're having a live event later, even if that's an upsell and it's not included in the program. You could send newsletters about what's going on. So instead of sending if you have a monthly membership, instead of sending an email newsletter, why don't you send a tiny paper newsletter? One thing I've also seen with a couple higher end memberships lately is that they send a mini subscription box. So maybe that's something you could look at doing too, is kind of every month sending some tools or some of the post-it notes or pens or pretty things that your customer can use to help them take action on your course, program, or service. Whatever way you reach out to them, whether you write it, say it, or send it, you really should be thinking of how you can add in more value and add in more high touch so that you are seen as the expert behind the program and they're not just buying another online digital course that's totally DIY. You want to remind them that they're there. And a lot of the examples I gave in this video were for welcome emails or welcome texts or welcome calls. But remember that you could use this process at any time. So it's super important to reach out, yes, right when they purchase so that they don't have any buyer's regret, and that's a great place to add high touch. But what about other milestones? If you're using a membership site that tracks when they complete courses, after they complete their first 3, maybe you send them a gift. What about their birthday, right? You could get that. Or if you're a relationship coach, their anniversary, you could get that. Or what even if they've been in your program for a year, and other actual milestones like that as well. So while all the examples I gave were a little bit welcome based, remember that my pro tip is to do this as much as feasibly possible without needing to, greatly take up your time or cost you tons of money. But how often could you really do this in a way that makes sense to support them on their journey inside your product or program? So I hope today's tips were helpful for you and that you will be reaching out to really connect with more of your clients and customers in 2018. And if you have any questions about how you could add high touch or more value into your programs, leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Otherwise, I will see you back here next week with another stress-free launch tip.